Happy holidays, everyone. These are the replies that we have for the AMA of 2020 for the game Entropia Universe. I would like to remind everyone that these are not the only responses that we have. We also have written responses that I will link down below. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Moondog asked, would it be possible to add search functions to the post-it notes in-game? Having the ability to organize notes alphabetically would also be a bonus.
Hey Moondog, that's a great idea. We totally agree that keeping things organized clearly is of great help for everyone. So adding a search function in the post-it notes would be a helpful feature. Although I cannot say when we'll be able to implement this, given current development priorities.
Sangam asked, will we ever be able to drop items on the ground again? There's so much cool stuff you can build and also sponsor treasure hunts, etc. Even if the items will only be on the ground for a limited time.
Hi Sangam. Yeah, well, in order to increase the overall experience for players, we had to remove this possibility as it was quite taxing on the servers. We see there is value of having some similar feature in place in the future, but nothing has been decided just yet.
Elaine X asked, who's a good girl? XX Priest XX asked, as much as you can share, what are the near mid-term plans for space? Additional missions, space mining, other significant changes or additions?
Well, XX Priest XX, there are no large system updates planned for space, but we've been looking at adding some more content and smaller features to enhance the overall space experience.
Thorns Rose asked, can we have a category function in the chat globals hubs where we can tick which globals we can screen or choose?
Hi, Thorns Rose. This is in fact a very, very requested feature. And we totally agree that it's a function that will be of great help, of great use for everyone in the game. So this is absolutely something we will look into.
John William asked, will mining ever get as much love and attention as hunting?
Well, John William, mining is one of the core systems in Entropia Universe, and we have several ideas in mind to increase the engagement and depth of the mining system, also to create a more vibrant, dynamic, and interdependent economy. We don't have anything to share just yet.
MS Patterson asked, do the costs associated with reflected damage on Space Boss Shield get added to boss's loot similar to deflected, evade, dodge, or is it thrown into some mysterious bonus loot pool or something like misses are supposedly?
Hi, Ms. Patterson. Yes, the value spent on the boss while it's being shielded is included in the loot calculations and awarded at the end of the event. Although it is probably a good idea to refrain from shooting the boss while it's being shielded. Also, as the community probably already knows, the dropship sensor is not part of the boss loot. It is awarded based on contribution in the event.
Big Paul asked, regarding the economy and player base of Entropia Universe in the midterm, let's say 3 to 5 years, will Entropia Universe stay with its relatively small player base, or will it try to grow substantially?
Well, let me just say thank you, Big Paul, for the question. And we are really grateful for the community that we have today. And I would say that our aim definitely is to grow and increase the user base. That is true not only for today, but for the time period that you mentioned, 3 to 5 years. And I would even go so far and say that that is going to be true even further into the future as well. And there are many different ways for us to achieve that growth. And it does affect our way of thinking, especially when it comes to adding new staff to the company. It's about what kind of competence that we need, because in the end, that also affects what kind of in-game system that we want to build in Entropia Universe for the future. But in the end, it is about showing the world Entropia Universe as it is, and also the real cash economy that we have. The real cash economy, I feel, is our main unique selling point, and exposing our new users to that is going to be key. So I think there are many different ways in how we can achieve that, but to mention something, that is it, because real cash economy definitely is our strong suit. I do want to add that I think the community itself is a great contributor for the increasing user base, and especially taking care of the new players that we do get. And a special shout out to the mentors that I think is doing an absolutely fantastic work.
Arwen Smith asked, will there be original old and new background music in-game and a possibility to control it?
Hi, Arwen Smith. My name is Robert, and I'm the sound designer and musical composer of MindArc. My goal is to update the sound and music in Entropia universe to the standards which you can hear in games and movies in 2020. I'm really glad that you like the music in Entropia universe. However, that older music that you mentioned were created by two composers who are no longer MindArc employees. And these former composers, they had their own musical inspirations and style, as do I. So with that in mind, the music will sound a bit different moving forward. There are already new songs which I have created that's in live game. You can hear them in the lab, in space, and in the motherships. So rest assured that more new music will be added in the future. The old music, like you mentioned, can still be heard on SoundCloud. So even though they're gone from the game, they're not truly gone. There are no plans to add old music back into the game at this moment. Regarding a player-controlled musical playlist, like I mentioned before, my goal is to update the sounds and music in Entropia universe with a higher quality and an ambition to make the game sound and feel more audibly immersive. This task is my focus moving forward, so there are no plans to add a player-controlled musical playlist to the game.
Spawn asked, in Project Entropia under the old engine, it was possible to lie down. Will this return to Entropia universe? It was a cool feature.
Hi, Spox. Yeah, it was a cool feature. There's some limitation with the current animation system, and even though we would like to add the lie down mechanic, again, it will require quite a bit of work. And currently, we have more important systems that simply have a higher priority. With that said, we know it's a popular request, and it's therefore something we would like to do and happen at some point in the future.
Evie asked, how do you see the current state of communications, and if you have anything planned to change in the very near future? Hi Evie, I read through your thread and I will try to reply to as many points as possible. And I would like to start by saying that the communication is better than what it has been in the past, but we are frequently working towards better ways of communication and also doing it more frequently. I do believe a key point for MindArc to improve the communication is to be more transparent towards the user base, and that is something I really try to implement into the company ever since I joined. Regarding the video that you asked for, more specifically about the support team, I can already say that that is not something that I will do. However, I do have plans on making a video where we walk through the office for the users to be able to see what the office looks like and be able to meet our different teams and see what they do. And I believe that it will be a fun video to make. However, I actually did plan on making it this year, but as you know, it's already December and soon the new year will come. And the pandemic is sadly the cause of the delay of this video. So hopefully when the pandemic and the regulations have become better and we are able to join the office yet again, then I will try to make this video and introduce you all to our different teams that we have in the company. Automatic replies in support cases, as you said, is something you find very frustrating, and that is something I absolutely understand. We can always improve, especially when it comes to communication. There has been some changes ever since I joined the company that have been implemented, but as I said before, there's always and will always be room for improvements. However, I would like to say that automatic responses are primarily used for those kind of support cases that we get a higher quantity of, in order for support to be able to put that extra time into cases that need more time. So although I can understand that it's frustrating meeting an automatic response, I still believe it is necessary for support to be able to use those kind of automatic responses for them to be able to focus on cases that needs extra attention. Jode asked, in the last AMA, you answered that the new skill-based system where unlimited armor will have full protection similar to how limited works today will come very soon. So is it still work in progress and will it come soon?
Hi, Jode. Other things have to be completed before we can implement this system fully. We realize that we will also need to make adjustments to other systems at the same time. There is no current ETA on when we can release this change, so just have to wait.